Well, hello, YouTube. Steve Patton with General Patton Bushcraft back with you, friends. Today, I'm back in the backyard. We got a decent amount of sun, and we're going to try a solar experiment. Solar fire. Stay with me.
Thank you so much for stopping by General Patton's Bushcraft and Self-Reliance on YouTube. I appreciate everything you do for the channel and all your support.
All right, friends, we got the old trusty mortar and pestle. Let's put some pine needles. God gives me a lot of pine needles with these 3 ponderosa pines that I have here in the backyard. So, as they say, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. And when life gives you pine needles, you make fire. So let's take this, see if we can't grind these up into a nice powder. Alright, we have a pretty good stack of ground up pine needles, little bit of leaves, little bit of pine tree dried pollen. Let's take it over to the sun. I got some sun on the stack of wood that's peeking through the trees that I think we can use. Let's take a look. Some sun up there. Let's move the camera and let's move our operation up to that pile of wood, see if we can't steal some of that fine energy peeking through the pine trees from the sun. Okay, friends, whenever you're doing your solar experiments, make sure you're wearing your eye protection. This is a Fresnel lens, 8.5 by 11. Ridges go toward the sun. The objective is to try to make that light spot as round and as pinpoint as possible. So let's give it a try. Wow, see that, friends? As soon as I get that dot round and pinpoint, see it's kind of square, the light is square. I'm going to bring it down. Stealing that energy from the sun, friends. We don't have to bring this powder to flame, although we probably could if we kept it on there long enough. All we want to do is create an ember, you know, something similar to an ember we get when we do the bow drill method. But that looks like it's continuing to smoke. I'm going to put another dot on there. Let's put another blast. Looks like we got a pretty good ember going now, huh? continuing to smoke. Took the laser off of there from this 8.5 by 11 Fresnel magnifying lens, using the energy from the sun. One more time. There's a square. Bring it down, small rectangle. Bring it down to a pinpoint dot, and you got full ignition. I'm dealing with a little bit of blockage from that pine tree, but there's still enough energy getting through. All right, let's reposition the camera. We'll see if that ember continues to burn, and we'll transition that into a bird's nest. See if we can't bring it to flame, friends, because you already know it doesn't count unless you bring it to flame. Okay, friends, transition back over here in the shade. I got my bird's nest, pine needle bird's nest. Take my shades off. Remember, you got to wear your shades when you're doing these solar experiments. Okay, I put the pine needle bird's nest right down here. Let's try to transition that ember gently. Let me make a nice little bed for it. Let's process up a little bit of these pine needles here. We don't want that ember to fall through cracks. So let's put that there, and let's try to gently transition. You guys ready? Gals, you ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay. It's a good sign. Still got smoke. Because you know where there's smoke, there's fire. I'm going to reposition the camera because I'm pretty confident we're going to bring this to flame. When it goes to flame, I want it in the old fire pit. We got the fire pit full of pine needles. We should get a nice big bit of flame, friends. So stay with me while I reposition the camera. Still got a good amount of smoke. I'm still being very gentle with this ember. I don't want it to fall apart on me. I'm going to fold this up real softly like a taco. Once I got a little bit of protection on that ember now, I'm going to gently put some oxygen on there. There's our solar experiment for today. Total success. I'm going to back you up. I don't want to burn the camera. Pine needles. Very flammable. That's why I try to keep them cleaned up in the backyard here. This thing's burned hot. All right, friends, there you have it. That's the solar experiment for today. I used an 8.5 by 11 Fresnel lens, 10 power, I believe. You can get these twin pack off Amazon for around $6, I believe. Make sure that the ridges are pointed to the sun. Make sure you're wearing your eye protection. All right, friends, I want to thank you for stopping by the channel. Before you leave, please consider subscribing. If you're already a subscriber, give the video a thumbs up. If you already gave it a thumbs up, share the video with one of your friends or family. All right. Check the links in the description box. I got my web pages up. 10 excellent books you can get off of GeneralPattonBushcraft.com. Hit the shop button. 10 excellent information-packed books that you need to get your hands on. All right. I appreciate everything you do for the channel. All your views, all your likes, all your shares. Most importantly, all your comments. Leave me a comment. All right. Please, please don't depart from the faith. And if you haven't already, give your life to Christ today. Don't wait. And as always, God is good. God is great. I see y'all on the next video. Already got a date.